She's a good friend of mine, hilarious. You'll see her all over. Give it up for Sarah Barnitt, everybody!
Yeah, he's doing a great job, right? Yeah, 3 ladies in a row. Whoa, this guy's gonna get his period. That's what that means. Okay, I'll tell you a bit about me. I'm a triplet. That's a fun fact. I am a triplet. I told a guy that once, and he said, "Oh God, there are 2 more." Like, yeah, there's a lot more horse girl energy where this came from, right? A lot more. We were premature babies. We were 10 weeks premature. So when I was born, I weighed 2 pounds and 13 ounces. Yeah, I was the fat one too. My sister was 2 pounds 6 ounces. She got so much more attention because she couldn't breathe. All right, skinny bitch. I don't quite see what the problem is here. You look amazing. I'll do this one because today was the New York City Marathon. Both my sisters actually ran the New York City Marathon last year, and it was really annoying for me personally. Do people who run marathons understand that you don't have to? You could be doing literally anything else. But I had to hear a lot about the marathon in the year leading up to it, and I found out I've uncovered a scam element to the marathon that no one's talking about. So if you guys don't know, the New York City Marathon is not free. You have to either pay a certain amount of money or raise money for a charity. And the most popular charity that people run with is called Team for Kids. And it's a nonprofit that sets up programming for underprivileged kids to get into running. Why? So they can run the marathon and raise more money for the organization? What in the multi-level marketing is going on at the New York City Marathon? You see, this is what they don't want you to find out. I'm Alex Jones, and you're listening to InfoWars. Just kidding. Can you imagine? Both my sisters are in serious relationships, and I am single, which is fine. It's fine. I don't even really think about it at all, actually. It's just the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning and the last thing I think about before I go to bed at night. Other than that, never. Their boyfriends are named Jet and Teague. Some private equity-ass names, Jet and Teague. And they're unique in different ways. So Jet is 5 years younger than we are. We're about to turn 30. He just turned 25. I typically don't date younger men because I think you have to teach them stuff in the bedroom. I think older men tend to be better in bed. I read a headline that was a study that was conducted, and 60% of the Gen Z men that were studied did not know the location of a woman's clitoris. Why? Because Mr. Beast hasn't made a video about it? What are the kids doing, right? Do they call it fingering, or do they call it smashing that like button? I don't know. Teague is also interesting. He is a philosophy PhD candidate at UC Berkeley, so he spends all of his time thinking about thinking. That shouldn't be allowed, right? That shouldn't be allowed. We need plumbers, Teague, not philosophers. And I give my sister a lot of credit for dating a guy like that, because imagine dating philosophy guy. You can't win a fight against philosophy guy. Imagine you're coming home from work, the apartment's a mess, the garbage is full, you're really angry, you're like, hey, you didn't even take out the trash, and he's just sitting there like, in a way, the trash takes us out if you really think about it. Okay, what am I going to close on here? I feel like we're friends. I'll tell you something a little personal. All right. I have 2 STDs. I have HPV, which I got in college because that was fun. And when I got the same semester I got HPV, I was enrolled in a class called Infectious Diseases. And I did not even get an A in the class. Isn't that bullshit? I did extra credit. And then I also have herpes, and I found out that I had herpes the same day my apartment had a cockroach infestation. Because I'm just in my plagues and locust era right now. I felt a lot shame when I found out that I had genital herpes. It felt like, I'm dirty being a woman with an STD. There's a lot of shame there. Especially because I did know better. I knew the risks. I knew how I got it, right? Like, I went to school, like, put the condom on the banana, did the whole thing. But it gets way more complicated than that, right? Like, what if you want the banana to think that you're, like, really chill? What about that? And I still have feelings for the guy who gave it to me, which is interesting, right? 'Cause now I'm a little bit sentimental about my herpes. Because, like, now if I have an outbreak, it's like, oh my God, was he thinking about me? And maybe he'll come back and we can raise the herpes together. Like, even if they're not his, he doesn't have to be the transmitter, okay? He can be the transmitter who stepped up. Alright, you guys have been a lot of fun. Keep it going, keep it going.
Damn. White people are fucking up. They got STDs and they're majoring in philosophy. Who would have thought that's how you beat white people, is you just let their kids follow their dreams? That's amazing. Just studying. Philosophy was invented by pedophiles. Socrates literally was a pedophile. That's how philosophy was invented. The people just came up to him